I'm Dr. Mark, and here's what you've been asking.
Is coffee good or bad for you?
Coffee is treated unfairly. Coffee is actually just fine for you. Coffee is the leading source of antioxidants in our diet. In addition, check this out. People who drink a couple cups of coffee a day are less likely to get diabetes than people who don't drink at all. Does coffee actually protect you from diabetes? Not 100% sure, but it certainly doesn't cause disease. Oh, and by the way, for all of you who think coffee causes heart problems, let me tell you, it does not. Coffee is perfectly fine for your heart.
Hey, Dr. Mark, do pets have any effect on your health? Can they pass on germs to humans?
If you have a dog, you're doing something good for your health. It is really, really rare for a pet to cause a person to have a disease. I mean, sure, you can be allergic to your cat or dog, but here's the truth. People who have dogs actually live longer than people who don't. Why? Well, you walk your dog, you get exercise, the companionship is good for you. Now, what about me? I have cats. Alas, no data that cats improve life, but I do love my cats.
Hey, is it okay for me to take an antihistamine like Benadryl to help me sleep?
So many of us have trouble sleeping, so if you do have insomnia or some sleep troubles, you're not alone. It is okay to take a medicine like Benadryl or one of these over-the-counter sleep aids, but you don't want to get hooked on these medicines for a couple of reasons. One reason, they are medicines and they're biologically active. You don't want to be taking medicines every day that you don't necessarily need. Second reason is, if you take Benadryl every night, it loses its effectiveness. So, using Benadryl for sleep, every once in a while, fine, but not every night.
Hey, Dr. Mark, I heard that Pap tests may be going away. Is that true?
Pap tests have been one of the biggest success stories in cancer prevention. Pap tests are designed to detect early cervical cancer or changes that are going to lead to cervical cancer. Since the institution of Pap tests, the death rate from cervical cancer has absolutely plummeted. So they're not going away. But what's happening is the idea you don't need them as frequently. You do not need your annual Pap smear. If you have no history of cancer, you don't need it every year. Today we recommend a Pap test every 3 years. And by the way, if you have had a hysterectomy, an operation to remove your uterus and cervix, you don't need Pap smears anymore unless that operation was for cancer. So if you had a hysterectomy for a benign condition, not cancer, maybe fibroids, you don't need a Pap test anymore. If you have health questions, please tweet me at AskDrMark. For Fox 8, I'm Dr. Mark.
Dr. Mark is sponsored by the Cleveland Clinic.